Thank you, Jen. Is the White House concerned that some vice presidential staffers reportedly feel like they work in a, quote, abusive environment?
Well, I would first note that I try not to speak to or engage on anonymous reports or anonymous sources. I will say that the Vice President is an incredibly important partner to the President of the United States. She has a challenging job, a hard job, and she has a great supportive team of people around her. But other than that, I'm not going to have any more comments on those reports.
Okay, hoping to clarify the administration's position here on defunding the police. You say the President does not want to defund the police. Is the President concerned then that last year the now Associate Attorney General Vanita Gupta said it was, quote, critical for state and local leaders to heed calls from Black Lives Matter and Movement for Black Lives activists to decrease police budgets?
Well, let me first say that as a Fox News report that came about in February quoted, quote, current and former police chiefs in more than 53 cities across the country, as well as the National Fraternal Order of Police, are issuing their support of the nomination of Vanita Gupta, President Biden's nominee for Associate Attorney General, praising her leadership and record and urging the Senate Judiciary Committee to quickly confirm her to the post. I don't know that that was your report or not, but it was certainly one from your network.
But she said, okay, so that's the Fox report. Thank you. And Senate testimony, she said she wanted to decrease police budgets. So
she also made explicitly clear in her confirmation process that she opposes defunding the police. And the president ran on, most importantly, did not run on defunding the police. He's always opposed defunding the police. I'll also note, because you've asked this question before or a few times over the last several days, that when we talk about individuals in Congress and their support for funding or opposition to funding for the police, I think what the American people are most focused on is how people vote, what their record is, which is a public record. And I will note that while the president ran on and won the most votes of any candidate in history on a platform of boosting funding for law enforcement after Republicans spent decades trying to cut the COPS program, which again is public record. We don't need to undervalue the intelligence of the American people. The president ran on increasing that funding. It's in his budget. In President Trump's budget, he significantly cut that. So that's a change. And the American Rescue Plan had a great deal of funding for local and state authorities, something that can support funding for local police in communities across the country, something many have used. It doesn't require me telling you names of individuals who opposed the American Rescue Plan. Every Republican opposed the American Rescue Plan, and I don't have time to read out all their names today.
Okay, on another subject, the official White House account tweeted yesterday the cost of a 4th of July cookout is down 16 cents from last year. 16 cents?
There has been a reduction in some of the costs of key components of the 4th of July barbecue.
So
that was what the tweet was noting.
So does the White House think that 16 cents off a barbecue has more of an impact on people's lives than gas being $1 more this time? This 4th of
I would
July
say
versus
if
last
you
year?
don't like hot dogs, you may not care of the reduction of costs. You don't have to like hot dogs.
You can't buy a
but
hot dog for 16
a
cents.
reduction
That's
of,
like a bite
I
a
will
hot
say
dog.
that what we are most focused on is the fact that we've created now more than 3 million jobs since the president took office. That's what we're focused on, and continuing to implement additional components of his economic Build Back Better agenda. Go ahead.